Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Rendezvous Podcast. I'm here, as always, with Bangovic and Bodok. How are you guys this week?
I'm doing amazing.
Doing amazing?
Why?
Oh, God,
It's
here
the
he
first
goes.
time that Bo is laughing at the beginning of this podcast. Do you
I feel
realize
like
that?
he's laughing at his own.
Yeah.
At his own.
I'm just laughing at my own fucking joke.
You didn't even say it.
You didn't even say anything.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just laughing at the fact that fucking Pepsi made a mango version.
Yeah.
What are Denmark cooking? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What are they cooking?
It's a Denmark thing,
Hey,
not the Bo
guys.
thing. Yeah.
How are you? Is everything all
I'm
right?
good.
Because everything is amazing here because of Who Cars.
Hello, India.
Chief.
Hello, Knights. Let's go buyout. Woo.
Okay, I got neither a Knights jersey nor a GE jersey, but I got a t-shirt which isn't a disguised color, so I'm a DSG supporter.
It's a disguised one,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a disguised jersey,
And also, I think it's
no
from-
wonder.
It's actually from Primark, so it's cheap, and it kind of fits the
Ooh.
budget plans of DSG, right? Like the paint
True.
drawn things, like
True.
uh,
True.
I mean, the roster is a little bit of another story, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're cheap, but yeah.
Yeah, because who knows who they could be signing, but we'll get into that later. Right now we're going to talk about the bind changes. Bind is returning. It's coming back. We've seen Split return with some changes. We're going to see Bind return with some changes. And
I am never telling you anything again.
they were unveiled a few days ago on Valorant Twitter. Sorry, this is going to be so out of context that why we're laughing. You will know soon.
I'm signed. It doesn't matter. Let's go to Bind.
Yeah,
yes, of course.
Bangovic is signed.
I'm actually signed. That's actually true. Reveal next week.
Bangovic is signed. Reveal next week. But for now,
I mean, it is this week.
It's
Bind.
this week, yeah.
Bind is back.
Boom.
Bind is returned.
Yeah. I think I got the tweet open with all the
I'm
changes, and
so excited for Bind.
I'm actually excited, but I don't know how this will play out, given the fact that like just the first one, the TP is now next to bathroom or showers.
It's going to be so weird coming out the TP door.
Yeah, but
I already
yeah.
know.
it's just going to be like you can faster rotate, so it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
But then you just have more rounds where basically people just use the TP last second and just move over.
These changes are they're more attacker sided, right? Because they're trying to
Yeah.
balance it out. It was really CT sided before it left the pool, so makes
But
sense.
don't you feel like sometimes if you're like a Sky, right, and you are playing on the B bomb side, and sometimes you flash either long or you flash through the TP to get info on like a main control, a lobby control, kinda. So I feel like you can do like for example, you can skydock through the TP and attack the bathroom, even though you are on B side. I feel like there is some sort of utility combos you could do, like flash out of the TP into bathroom, even though you are on the other bomb side. Like I feel like there's a lot of like utility combos you could probably do. I've seen some raised double satchel plays as well in pro plays in the current meta. I think like this entire bathroom control will like play out a bit different, but they are probably most likely the speed of the rotation will be
I mean,
way faster.
from our experience with splits coming back,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to put it as simple as possible. Bind is still going to be shit to play.
I think it was that bad.
No, I
I-
neither.
I have never been a fan of Bind as a map.
I don't mind it.
It has
yeah.
always been like in my PTSD.
Mm.
It is just like I really don't like it. It's just not really.
I prefer it to like Breeze and
Yeah.
I prefer it
Probably
over
Breeze.
Breeze, yeah, but like it's just the fact that like there are so many places where like operator players can just get sneaky kills and all of that. And the fucking judge players who are like always hiding in fucking annoying corners.
Yeah.
But they
It's
have
just- oh,
they
man,
have widened some of these.
yeah,
you know,
we've-
these
like
entrances.
yeah, especially showers.
Yeah, sure.
like-
They have widened it, but like you can still put a judge player in there. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But I did like the fact that it's a raised map. It's very clearly not a jet map. You know,
Yeah.
Brimstone gets playtime there. whereas now it's only really getting played on Fracture. So I think that it does bring like comp diversity that I think is good. So I like it because of that. And they've added a barrel now.
Yeah,
I think barrels.
I think the A bomb side, like, I mean, they're just the one
But you
barrel. I
can't
don't know why.
jump,
What is the barrels like? Why is there a barrel? Oh, probably
I think it's because you can stand on it and look to short over the new boxes.
Yeah, over the new boxes. That's true.
I
like
you
the
can also
fact
with jets like get up there without using an updraft.
that could be possible. I like the fact that they changed the backside of A side. Now, the image I'm showing right now, that you don't have this like one, like there's just like less angles to check. Like even if it's just one less, it just makes the backside of the A side just more clear. You just understand like quickly what is happening.
Like, go back to like the teleporter thing. Go back to the teleporter.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. Like, okay. Then where the teleporter like it was
used to
earlier.
Be? Yeah.
Yeah. That shit is gonna be so fucking broken.
Why?
It's such an annoying like position already with like if there's a cipher over there, like usually at the TP and all of that. It's just gonna be way worse now. Because like if you're gonna lurk in, you know for a fact that a cipher is gonna play around here.
And like, you mean in spawn? You mean in spawn? Like in spawn, in the attacker spawn? Or you mean...
Yeah, around spawn and all of that. Because like they usually do that when they push through kitchen. Or not kitchen, bathroom.
But do you see
wait,
this?
But what's so annoying about leaving a cipher behind to lurk?
It's just so annoying getting hit by it because you lurk yourself.
But I think like look at this. Like they curve the wall here, so you
what
have like...
are you talking about?
You see that? No, like if you look at the pictures, there's this TP, and if you go to the picture where the TP is gone, you see that there's like the wall has like a 90
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so you can actually easier see into the attacker spawn if you come out of bathroom. I don't know how to describe it, but like there's like
I see that.
Yeah, so I think there's like not that 90 degrees 50-50 angle when you swing it, so you have like you see him a bit earlier.
So I can't camp there with my operator during death matches and just wait till people respawn.
God.
Damn.
Yeah, you're amazing.
It's the same thing as with Split, right? They're not changing too much. It will be some nice refreshes and probably
I must say though,
a bit,
those changes look way bigger than the Split ones. I feel like.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Like
especially the boxes.
Actually,
like let's go to the boxes.
I'll be honest.
The boxes here, like this triple boxes thing. Cool. I think that's a big change. Because like I feel like you can do way more with the Sage now. You can Sage wall the boxes, so you have control of the right side of the A side rather than the left side, because usually you would like never do the bathroom push because it's a bit awkward. You have this small choke. Now the doorway in the bathroom is a bit wider, so you can wall off the left side and take the heaven control and the backside control. Just in theory, I don't know how it will play out. Usually people will just fall to the old habits for the beginning, but it just gives me the idea that you can do more, and especially like playing up top of the triple box now that it's a bit bigger. I feel like it's a more viable option.
And I feel like it creates some nicer angles when you're entering onto B as well with the truck, because before they were like even, they were parallel, as you walk through them. But now, they've got the different angles peeking around it. So yeah, I think that'll be a nice change.
I also feel like, isn't the crossfire, like I wonder, like if you're on bench, sitting on bench, usually you had a perfect crossfire with the guy at like the truck or whatever.
Yeah.
So wait, isn't it like blocking the line of sight, or can you watch over it if you're on the bench?
Yeah, it would be, I think.
I feel like there's like more, if you retake, you can like have like some sort of like cheeky angles there if you smoke properly and stuff. I feel like it could be interesting.
Yeah. So, interesting changes.
Yeah. And on the other bomb side, there's literally just a bigger doorway and the one hole.
If you go back to the plan, there's like the steel part where you usually try to hit somebody in the head when they're planting.
Yeah.
So, but that's also in like the past one. Like they lifted it a little bit.
Yeah, I lifted it.
Oh, wait, why?
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe aesthetic, I guess.
Who knows?
Or it has some...
Oh, you know why? Because each box has like the set height, and the boxes are like just on this ledge basically, so they are a bit higher than the usual one box.
Mm.
For whatever reason, we must see like in game
knows?
which kind of line of sight it breaks. Yeah, but if we go to the other bomb side, there's literally just one change, like two changes. The one door towards the B halts is
It's wider.
it's
Yeah.
wider.
Yes.
It's better for defenders if they want to retake because it was so awkward to go through that small door. And then
Yeah.
actually, I think this one will change a lot of retakes and takes. And this one small window in the back of side, you could throw.
Yes, the Among Us.
Yeah, the
Vent.
vent.
Yes.
It looks like it doesn't change anything, but actually changes so much because if you want to take Halt's control, the elbow control, you can just shoot a Sova
I kid-
Recon
I
or a
kid you
Fade
not.
Eye just into
I kid you
the
not.
hole.
People already are starting to call it the Among Us vent.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I absolutely love it. Actually, Fade's eye
Yeah.
can actually like you could throw it up there and it will be like stuck.
Oh, inside,
between it,
outside,
and then,
yeah.
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 So
I think
there's
that's-
definitely a bunch of ways to use it. Gecko too, actually.
Oh yeah,
You
the
could
gecko.
throw
it's
it
funny
and then
'cause-
he just scans.
All of these changes, I'm thinking like there will be a moment with this event where like Nats throws a Viper molly through and he gets 2 kills, and it's like
Yes.
the greatest clutch player of all time. Like, and if they never added it, we never would have had that. So
Yeah, I think this
Yeah, we'll
exactly
see.
like it's like this one niche thing, which is like this window, like this vent Among Us vent is just for util throw, like just throw util through it, and like either to take the hall
Among
control
Us.
or to. And I think that offers a lot of. Actually, the top like comment is Among Us. So, Among Us. But yeah, I think generally I like the changes. I think they're more map defining than the split ones. I feel like the split ones does like I don't know, I like barely like you can barely feel them. I think though that you will be able to feel those changes because the TP is literally somewhere else.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Do we like it?
So I like it.
It's
I
alright.
don't not like it. You know, like it's,
I just hate seeing bind back. That just means that my ranked experience is gonna be 10 times worse because now I have to like fucking leave every single time I see a bind. Yeah,
oh, you're
just
one of
get
those
good.
people.
Just
Yeah.
learn the map.
bro. I can't. I can't
Bo.
bind.
Bo, which agents do you play? Do you play Cypher?
No, I play Killjoy.
I need to play Sentinel. I'll do it.
What else? Just Killjoy?
KJ Gecko is my new main.
Okay.
Fade, Sova.
Everything with Pokemon, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bind is coming back. What do you guys want to see leave?
That's a good question.
Ooh, I'm going with one. Haven. Haven needs a change
Yeah,
because
I agree.
the fucking if you need to rotate on Haven, it takes so fucking long. It's just
The
seriously
problem is,
because
how do they make
yeah.
that shorter though?
they basically
such a
make
big
the
map.
smaller.
But
I
then do you
mean,
take away
that's-
one of the sites or
You
what?
you just kind of like try to find ways to like either maybe even put a teleporter for like defenders. I don't know. Some sort of like TP, some like way that they could speed up like rotation or something, or just make like the map smaller.
I see your point about Haven though, because it seems like the meta is tending more towards everybody go C and let's just play for long, and it's
Yeah.
like okay, like cool, we've seen that for like 2 years. So yeah, I could see Haven being removed. It would be sad, I think, but
I
could see
mean,
it.
yeah, it will be
They're not
sad.
gonna remove Icebox, that's for sure.
No, they don't. But like Haven is the oldest map in the map pool, right? So it makes sense to change, like to put that one out. I saw like some people actually from the scene saying like Ascent should go because Ascent has less agent diversity. You see the same comms over and over again, which I can agree on in a way. But on the other hand, I feel like Ascent matches are usually always entertaining, like just from a viewer's experience. And I think especially from a playing experience. Like I don't know anyone who says, I hate playing Ascent. Everyone is fine with Ascent. While Bo,
You do
except
not hate
Bo-
Ascent. Come on,
No, man. It's a
Okay.
You play
killjoy map. You sit
Killjoy.
in a
You play
boat
Killjoy.
house.
You do not
You,
play.
Yeah.
you sit backside and then you activate your swarms and you get
mean-
value.
Yeah, just putting up some toaster setups and all of that. But like my win rate isn't that high on Ascent, so
That's not. Yeah, okay.
Bro's like, oh, I don't win, therefore we should
Yeah.
remove it.
yeah.
But besides Haven, I feel like what else is in the pool to potentially go out?
Icebox, Haven.
Icebox no
Ascent.
longer because of the Heineken stuff.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
It's probably Ascent or Haven. And then it
Yeah, I
would
think
be one
so.
of the newer maps like Fracture and stuff like that. But
I can actually see them reworking Pearl early on. Oh, ammo lights is turned off.
wait, isn't there?
Is
Yeah,
it's 8:30. His lights always turn off at 8:30.
but the thing with Pearl is like the meta hasn't even set on Pearl just yet. So if they redo it, like right now we have like the Viper Harbor thing, right? And they like just, okay, let's redo Pearl, even though there is not even a set meta. And then the same thing goes a little bit with Fracture, where you would argue, yeah, there is a set meta, but now you see like people like doing the double duelist comms, and they run like a lot of the diversity as well in a way. So I don't see Fracture going, especially because in pro play right now a lot of teams lean into Fracture as a go-to map.
Fracture's a good map. I like it.
Yeah.
Not so much, I guess, playing it in ranked,
Fracture's fun.
but also just watching it in pro players.
Yeah.
It always
So
seems to
we
be-
guess
seems
Haven
to be
or
good.
Ascent. Haven or Ascent gonna go.
I'm going with Haven.
Yeah, me too. Fuck Haven.
I'm going with Pearl.
Wow,
Okay.
okay. I think Pearl will be next, but I don't think it'll be this one.
Yeah, because Pearl just is like, it's actually slowly becoming the same thing like Ascent, because people have realized that like Harbor, Viper, Sky, Killjoy, and then Duelist is like the best way
I have
to
never
figure
seen
out that
Harbor
map.
Viper in ranked.
Yeah, true.
No, but like in officials.
Yeah. But those
Everybody-
we
are
haven't
using
actually
it
seen
now
we
in
haven't actually seen that much. I know in practice you've probably seen it a lot, but in terms of actual matches, obviously Loud played it a lot, but yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Let's-
Loud comp.
Let's move on to tier 1 games. Franchising finally started.
Hell
was
yeah.
the last episode was it just after Pacific had
tier
started,
1.
or was it
Yes.
no, none of it had started, had
No,
it?
none of it has started, and the challenges. We did the
started.
pick'ems for the challengers playoffs, which we're going to talk about later. But yeah, none of it
Right.
has started. So maybe we start with Pacific, or what would you say? Yeah.
Are we doing 2 minutes a team? Are we going very quickly, 2 minutes per team kind of thing?
Sorry, I'm just sleeping real quick. We're talking about tier 1, so you guys just go ahead.
Oh my god, bro, this guy. Yeah, we do 2 minutes per team, I would say. So
Okay.
shall I? I'm just
Do
gonna
you
open the
want to
overview.
yeah. Just
Boom.
get
I'm
up
just
like all the
hating.
teams.
Oh my
Should we go
god.
top?
Alright.
Should we go from top to bottom on this list?
Yeah. Okay. Now I can actually speak the truth. I told you guys. T1 are actually decent. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah, true.
so shut up, and like, don't ever talk shit about
I
them
said
again.
they could be good after lock-in, is what I said. And what are they? They are good after lock-in. They were bad at lock-in, and they're good now.
You know what's
So-
devastating? I had my stonks into fucking T1 at lock-in. Then they choked, and I was like, I'm gonna get all my stocks out because they suck. And suddenly they play good. What the fuck is this? I'm getting scammed. I should not invest. I'm not
This is
into
actually
uh,
me and Munchkin's plan to like
Oh,
ever ruin
scam
your
me.
stocks. Forever.
It's the Zeta.
Exactly.
It's the Zeta IGL, man. This guy's too good. They finally put Zeta on IGL. He's fragging out
Yeah.
as well, and Saya looks great.
True.
I mean, everything
Yeah.
seems to be working well for them.
It seems
Um,
like every single time Ban gets on, there are some issues like with the entire team, like the entire flow of the team, which is very interesting because like when the first match when they played with intro, like that
Mhm.
first map, holy shit, it actually
look
looked
good.
like like they looked insane on there. And then the
Mhm.
next map came in, and then the other one, and it's kind of like,
Yeah, we still want
But
against
then they
G,
also
yeah.
had Ban in, and it was kind of like,
But even because of them playing on LAN, even when they're playing with intro, they're still coming in English.
That's interesting,
um,
right?
So the communication thing isn't really a factor in that kind of thing. You know, it's like,
yeah.
but they do. Intro does seem to be a decent pickup, but I think Ban's getting better as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and they
think-
seem to just be subbing people in, when they need to. So
This just
But they
general.
look
Autumn testing out his 6-player strategy again. God
I mean, in
damn it.
Pacific,
Korea,
a lot
man.
of teams are actually subbing in the 6th player, which we have seen
Korean
also in
teams,
EMEA. I don't think we have seen it in Americas so far, but I understand it. I think it's a cool thing to do
Korea's
it.
a little shaky, actually.
What do you mean?
No, like, no, not Korea. What am I even talking about? Bro,
Okay.
I'm absolutely...
We've got to move on though. Because
Yeah,
it's been
2 minutes are
2 minutes.
done. But we stay in Korea because we're going to Gen G.
Okay, I'm starting an actual timer, so I will tell you when the 2 minutes are
Okay.
up. Go.
Gen G look shaky. I'll be honest. They look good, sure, but like even like they lost a map against Detonation, and there were some questionable moments of the roster, which you didn't see at lock-in.
That is true.
During their first
I
match.
agree, but
yeah, maybe go on. Maybe we're gonna say the same.
I was gonna say first thing is Detonation actually did look quite good, and also, I think if they just leave, if they have God Dead, Sylvan play, and then the 3 main players, and they leave Eco as a 6-man, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think we haven't seen issues at login, or like we haven't seen the same issues just simply because they have 2 new players, which are very talented, but you can see that they need time. I think Gen G has to work them out quite quickly because playing against RRQ and Detonation Gaming are like those 2 are definitely not the strongest teams in the league. So Gen G had
those are the 2 bottoms.
Yeah, they won the games despite. So I think they have good chances to make it to playoffs. But if they want to beat the better teams in the region, which we're going to talk about very soon, I think they have to figure out some of the shakiness. Even though I got to agree with Command here, Detonation looked way improved from what we've seen at Lock-In.
Yeah.
Are we in the time?
Gen G, we still got 38 seconds, so I'm just going to say that they're a nice team to follow. I think they've got like some good personalities on the team.
Yeah.
And
RRQ did not look good at all.
We're not at RRQ yet. We are not at RRQ yet.
Chill.
Yeah. One thing about
if King and Meteor are firing, then
that is true. Yeah. And another thing like Command and I had discussed earlier was like about Gen G, like they find answers and solutions for what the opponent is like providing in this game on the fly. They don't need to like anti-strategy, like on the fly they find solutions to break through the enemy's defensive line. And I think this is very impressive because finding solutions mid-game, mid-series is not that easy. And a lot of teams like Talent, for example, they suffer if the game plan doesn't work out. And Gen G is a team which, showed some versatility.
Next team. Good point. But next team.
Team Secret. Let's
Team
go.
Secret.
Okay, time started. Yeah, they're huge dubs, to be honest.
It's
kind of huge dubs. Go on, Bo.
Yeah, to me, it's like I feel like they're qualified to playoffs already at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, they've played against Talent and Team Secret, right? Yeah. No, sorry, Talent and Paper X. Paper X, I feel like the gatekeeper team. If you beat Paper X, you're a good team because Paper X are just relying on their individual skill anyway. Talent, they're kind of trolling with the comps, but Team Secret still look really good against them, even though Patty was like firing individually. So for me, Team Secret, like I think they've got to play RRQ still, so that's another win. And then they've got Detonation, Zeta, who don't look good either. And that's 5 wins, and then I think they're qualified to playoffs. So dubs, huge dubs. And Warbirds is the GOAT.
That's what I wanted to say. Like you can see the Warbirds diff. Since he's on the team, with the team as a coach, you see the structure, the approach of the games, and the preparation, what went in. And like you can see they look solid on basically every map they played. I feel like except the Icebox match, like they either dominated or it was super close. So, and against 2 arguably strong teams. So I'm very impressed by what Secret has shown us so far.
Secret have definitely shown consistency, which we did not see from them like back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So they definitely stepped up.
Yeah, big respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Next is well, I mean, they've only played 1 game.
It's Dirks.
They dominated. So
is there much to say about DRX was exactly doing what we expected? Even like I don't know, maybe even
Foxy9.
And finally, Foxy9 played. Let's fucking go.
And he was a bit shaky. He was a bit shaky, to be fair, at the start, but he cleaned it up towards the end, and he got that ace as well. So. Did anyone see that global esports edit they did, where it was like Foxy9's clip, and then they cut to SK Rossi's clip at the same place with the op? Yeah, it's so funny. It's
so good. Also, the 1st of April joke with Mako and Foxy joining GE. I mean, did we really fall for it? I mean, I was falling for it for 1 second because I had no audio, and I was just like seeing the picture. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, that can't be real. And then I saw it was like an April Fool. But regardless, very funny. And I think Foxy9, I feel it's very cool that he had the chance to play on LAN, play with the team. get those LAN jitters out. Actually, we were discussing it back at login that we were like, oh, Foxy9 should have played. Maybe he would be the difference maker. But we could have seen that he was actually shaking. And if he would be playing against like Loud, for example, I think the LAN jitters would be too much. So I think it was a very good decision. We see Termi, the coach, has a very good like idea of what he has to do and when to do it. So big respect for that. And yeah, DRX going to play Global Esports tomorrow in 14 hours. So I expect them to win there because they just look so sharp. They look too sharp right now. Like always.
I think the only way GE win is if they actually sign Foxy9 and Mako, which isn't going to happen. So
yeah.
All
right.
Okay. Next, Paper X. I feel like Bo has something to say about Paper X.
They have been
Yeah, and that's kind. That's a kind.
I'll be honest. Yeah, I'll be honest. They've been worse.
They've been worse.
I mean, they beat Destination. It was close, right?
Yeah, they got a map off of Team Secret.
Jing looks great, individually, but they just, especially Forsaken is just solo pushing stuff. Mind Freak is kind of disappearing, unfortunately. It's difficult because you know that these players can be some of the best, like, you know, they're some of the best players in their region, but they're not showing it right now. And they haven't lost a Team Secret in over a year. And I feel like this is a sign of their downfall, I think.
It is. And
I just need something. Something really good. Something
we were talking
special,
about
something
like
Russian, something
but we were discussing like who could he sub in for? And at this point, it hurts me to say because I'm a hardcore Forsaken fan, but his performance wasn't the best since Masters Copenhagen finals. Like that was basically the last time I've seen him like pop the F off. And now I've actually checked the stats before we started the podcast. Like I'm going to show it to you. In the last 60 days, in all matches, overall, like his ACS, KD, and rating is not good.
Isn't it also a little bit that Paper X is not setting him that well up?
I feel like there is that element, but then also you just see him solo push something and overheat so much.
Yeah, he does overheat, but like there's also a bunch of times where you see like that the team is not setting him well up to actually like get space.
I agree with that, but also he should not pick Yoru. Fuck that Yoru pick. I don't want to see it anymore. Like,
it's probably not really Forsaken's choice. I think it's more of like the team decision of like comps and all of that.
But I feel like when you see them pick that, I was saying this to Bangovich earlier, it feels desperate. It doesn't feel like, oh yeah, we've been working on this for a whole week in scrims and it's done really well against loads of teams, so we're going to put it out here. It looks like they're going, oh, we're Paper X, we can like just play, like, we'll play Yoru, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I agree.
But
I think Paper X, we need to continue, but Paper X
they'll make playoffs, but I don't know.
They make playoffs, but I think barely, and I mean, it depends if they
maybe gonna win Copenhagen. With you guys to like jinxing them that much.
Copenhagen.
Yeah. No, Copenhagen. Fuck Tokyo.
Okay.
All right.
Let's move on.
They're gonna make Copenhagen.
Let's go to Tokyo. Let's move to Tokyo. Move to Japan.
Speaking of teams that are not going to make Tokyo, unfortunately, I don't think Zeta Division will be there.
Yeah, that was a scrappy match against RRQ.
Okay, but I gotta say, RRQ doesn't look as bad as they looked at Lock-In. I think they look improved. Is RRQ a team for the playoffs? Probably not, but they're not as bad as people made them before the tournament. They looked improved. They look better, definitely. Like in the games, they look better. Maybe Zeta made them look better because Zeta looks bad. I don't know. Could also be the case. But I feel like
leaning towards that.
Could be the case. I think Zeta could get into playoffs if they get their stuff together, but it's gonna be tough.
Actually, I think they could because they're actually trying to play differently. They're setting depth.
That's true.
They're trying to set depth up. They're not just relying on, you know, Laz Chamber getting a pick or whatever, because obviously they can't do that now. Laz has moved to a different role. Obviously, he's not performing as well in that past series, but 10 looks like, he looks like a superstar.
Amazing.
If Depp can play the duelist role, like it's being set up well by the rest of his team, they can do it. Whether they will do it, I don't know. I think, I don't know. We'll have to see. I hope they do, but
But that's a good sign, I think, like to try to not reinvent completely, but like to evolve their playstyle, to do something new, and not like just do like this. We are Zeta. We did that 2 years ago when we were successful, and we're gonna brute force this. This doesn't work. We saw it with PaperX. You need to find solutions, and they're working on stuff. So if they figure it out in time, they have a shot at playoffs, like to make it to playoffs, and then in playoffs, I think it's a different story, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Who's next?
All right. Who's
Next
the next
up,
one?
Global Esports. They had only one game.
Yeah, they only had one match. Versus Taiwan.
T1.
But not versus Taiwan. They looked like they had 2 subs, to be honest.
Yeah.
But their Haven was clean.
I
That
mean,
was also when like fucking Ban came in. And it just looked very different. Like the match with intro looked good, and then the next match kind of went like, wait, what?
Yeah, but I mean, if they play with 2 subs and you bring the ban argument, I feel like it's kind of unfair to say like, well, we subbed in a 6th player, but they played with player 6 and 7. You know, like.
Word on the street is that SK Rossi and Lightning Fast are going to be playing.
Okay.
On the starting roster, or at least one of them.
I think it's going to be more of a flex thing between Lightning Fast and another player, as far as I know.
Yeah, probably. But SK Rossi he's going to be playing, right?
Yeah, he must be playing, right?
Course.
Yeah, he's the 10s of India. So with that, they're going to beat DRX, Hello India, GE Fighting, and I will be supporting them at Masters Tokyo.
Oh my god, they have a tough schedule. If I can like,
yeah.
Just when I see it right now, DRX, Zeta, Talon, PaperX, Gen G. They got
playoffs. They need to beat at least 2 of those teams.
Wait, is their last match against RRQ?
Wait, 3 more upcoming matches, and they play T1 first. So, I can't.
Okay, no,
the last one is Team Secret. Team Secret. You can't see it on the screen, guys.
Yeah, GG.
Why, they have a horrible schedule. I feel bad for Gen G.
They have like a really bad one.
They go like from the best team in the regions to the worst at the end. So, okay, they must win 1 or 2 out of their next 4 matches, which will be like DRX, Zeta, Talon, PaperX, and Gen G, RQ. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough schedule.
To make playoffs, I think they have to be like Zeta.
Yeah, Zeta, Talon looks vulnerable right now.
Yeah, I think they need wins over Zeta, Talon, maybe even PaperX, RRQ, and Detonation, at least.
Yeah.
Because you need 4 or 5 wins, right?
Yeah.
So.
I'm going to guess, since we are like underrating global right now, that they will win against DRX.
Okay. But I mean,
just
I would love to see it, and I would love to see SK Rossi.
Way they just win.
I want to see SK Rossi get like 50 kills in one map to like beat DRX. That would just be incredible.
Oh wait, we didn't
Rossi actually stays consistent. My God.
But wait, did we underrate? We just said they need to win at least 2 out of the next 4 matches because the schedule is so tough, and if they don't win it, like you must win the last 4 matches of the split, and even then you're not secured because just by statistics you need 4 to 5 wins. So
and we don't know if it's gonna be like head-to-head results or like another system. So for
I hope it's head-to-head.
It's head-to-head. So
right now it's weird. Like
there are different ways to like calculate it. Like TOs, they can decide which one they are gonna use.
Whatever they do,
get some teams in. And I heard that like last year was some dramatic stuff.
I hope whatever they do it throughout all the franchise regions, like all the 3 leagues. Because if there's like different like metrics or whatever flowing into all the, it's so annoying. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
The Knights format, my God, fucking ended me, bro. I am done.
Okay, next team.
Detonation, focus me.
They look way better than they did at Lock-In, actually.
And they played arguably good teams.
They look pretty good.
But like I said before, it's like PaperX for me with a gatekeeper team. If you can beat PaperX, then I think you got a shot at playoffs, and they didn't. But again, I think they've improved from week 1 to week 2. So next week, I think will be the week where I go, okay, they have a shot, or okay, they.
What's the next match? Is versus RRQ. Yeah,
RRQ
win that one.
They should win. They should win that one. Suggest looks clean.
Yeah, I was about to say, if there is a player like I want to highlight, it is definitely Suggest, who is now picking up also the duelist role and like is doing actually a very good Like, look at
Wait,
like today at a
yeah,
1.5
he-
rating, 300 ACS
damn.
against. Damn, he was farming today. Oh my
He
god.
actually was. He was the only player farming today for them, unfortunately.
The suggest
even,
raise
like-
has always been really good. Like even
Mhm.
back in the day, like
On U-turn?
he's
On
On
always been
Jet, I mean, this
consistent.
guy was.
Yeah.
This guy's farming on Jet
I
as well.
believe
Respect.
Suggest was playing the Rays a lot of times for new turn, and that was like one of the more surprising performances.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But,
think
yeah.
great player. And, like, it's crazy to see that. Oh, actually, he's on Detonation since November, since he left New Turn. Man,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's very cool. I am very happy for him because I
And
really
let's
liked
just
him.
say
on-
Detonation was not good
Yeah.
back in the day. Like holy fuck.
But it's great to see that
Yeah,
he's like
it's-
now at tier 1 and he's performing
Yeah.
still, despite being in a team which wasn't the strongest all the time. And now bringing up the numbers surely proves that he should be the Jet and the race over
I remember.
some other player, which I'm
Yeah,
that's
I remember.
which you jinx to death.
Oh god, I hate you guys so much. I remember fucking Detonation being so bad in like the Japanese like scene before they were like accepted into partnerships that even
Mhm.
like the Japanese fans were surprised that like they made it into franchising.
Actually, one thing before we move on, because the timer. If they beat RQ and they win against Zeta, I think Zeta and Detonation will have a like head-to-head battle for playoffs. So only one Japanese team can go kinda. If Zeta other way around beats Detonation, because I think if Detonation keeps their trend and Zeta doesn't find their performance fast enough, I could see an upset, or I could see Detonation winning against Zeta.
I could see either team winning that. I think it'll be
Yeah.
an interesting match.
Will be a good Japanese battle, I feel like.
Yeah. All right.
Next up.
Okay. This is the question. Will they have an 0-9 season?
Yes.
I think they sneak a win somewhere. I don't
Yeah.
know against who, but
I
I think they do.
I thought that they might do it with Zeta Division, but the
They
rest
almost did.
like they're too consistent to like.
I think they could.
I
I think they
don't
could
think-
beat Talon or something. I think Talon might actually just fall off
Talon?
hard.
Yeah.
Bro, they're trolling. They're actually trolling. Talon are trolling.
Yeah, but like, I can't see it. I can't see it with like RQ winning versus Talon.
Elmimore, look, all I'm saying, Elmimore's the GOAT. This guy's
Le
crazy good.
Memoir.
So I don't think they'll go 0-9. I think at best they'll go 1-8, which is not good.
Yeah, but I kind of get the
Oh,
feeling
nine, definitely.
that there is a little bit of inconsistency between like a lot of like not a lot of teams, but along some teams in the Pacific region. And I do feel like there is the potential for REQ to get it up here, maybe even a second, but I don't see them in contention for playoffs. And I'm sorry to say so,
No.
but it's
No, neither do I.
from what we've seen so far,
I mean-
I don't see it.
That's what you expect from RQ. So
Talon, like I said, I'm sorry, they're trolling.
I'm low-key disappointed.
Yeah.
It hurts me. I'm
That's
even
T1
opening.
game.
Yeah, I'm actually opening the DRX match from Lock-In just to get like for reference to what we have seen from them in the past.
yeah, it's a bunch of questionable roles and different agents. Like
Mhm.
what is that map in the middle of there?
This one?
Yeah.
Icebox. They won
Icebox.
Icebox against
Yeah,
Team Secret, which
Pacific.
looks good on this
However,
map.
Viper. Wait, they don't have a single. Yeah, okay. This is just really confusing comps, to be honest.
just
and also
like-
the Gecko.
The double gecko, like, seriously? What is that? Is that 6-13? I can't quite see it.
Yeah, 6-13, 8-13 on Ascent and 6-13 on Haven.
They just
Yeah.
they just fell
Patapan
over.
looked
They just
alright,
fell over.
But it kind of seemed like since Patapan came back in, that the team structure has been falling down hard.
Yeah. To be fair, when I thought about Patipan coming back, like that they would put him sometimes on a dual list instead of Garnets, I didn't see Patipan now play like no-name Pat to play initiator, gecko, flex kind of roles.
Yeah, I think he switched because of how hard like aiming with like duelist, because you have to be very reactionary with a duelist. You could be more like static
Right,
when
okay.
it comes to just playing the other roles. So I think that's why they put Patapan up there.
But why would you do that in the beginning of the season against teams where you could potentially get a W, which you need in order to make playoffs? I think it was a bit of a risky business. I would rather have them start.
I think it's better to like get stuff sorted at the start of the season rather than at the end of the season.
But you could also
problem
argue.
is, what if,
after
like-
these 3 matches, I think they're gonna like make some heavy changes.
What's the next matchup? DRX.
Next match is versus DRX, which is gonna be a very easy like learner.
It will be the
match.
3 games after that, which is make
Yeah.
or break for Talon, really.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, they must win
And
global
that's
Zeta,
where I
paper,
actually
Gen
expect
G.
them to step up. That's actually like knowing Zeus and like the guys over at Talon. I know that they are gonna step the fuck up after that DRX match.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so.
But-
I really do hope so.
I do hope so because I was a big fan of their
Because,
playstyle
like, also-
in Lock-In.
Global, Zeta, Paper X, Gen G, all winnable matches for them.
100%.
Mm.
If
But
they find their form.
they are definitely all losable matches as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
Right now, from what I've seen from Talon, I'm not
Yeah, okay.
confident. I could not confidently say they're going to win that matchup. All
Yeah.
of the 5 next matchups, they could lose them. Because what we've
Before,
seen so
because
far...
before
Yeah.
lock-in, or sorry, before the split started, I would have said, yeah, they beat T1 easily.
Yes.
No, they don't. Like, yeah, that's the one that got me really. But we'll have
Yeah.
to see. Okay,
We'll have to see.
next team. Is this
That's
the final?
it. That's
that's it.
it for the Pacific region.
They're specific. Okay.
Yeah.
The other 2, no, not the other 2 regions. It's only Americas we haven't seen everyone from.
Yeah.
So should we go for EMEA? Because we've seen.
Yeah,
we've
let's
seen
go with
everyone.
EMEA, I guess.
There's not much to say about Americas really.
What is
no,
an EMEA?
EMEA, okay. We can
What is
start off
EMEA?
with Fnatic, the lock-in champions.
Fnatic good with sub. Comic is the fucking goat. He is just. I mean, like a goat replacing the goat is just insane.
It is.
I mean, yeah, he's looked really good. Fnatic, they clearly have great protocols that allow him to just slot in.
yes. I
which
think it's
is-
also playing the Sentinel in a well-structured, well-oiled machine. It's like you can slot in that position. You just know what you kind of have to do, and he does exactly that. And also his fragging and decision-making, and a lot of decisions were very, very good. And I think like he won even like crucial clutches. And he didn't even look shaky. I was very surprised. Like on the first day opening match, I think it was the opening match or the second match on the opening day at VCT EMEA, and he looked very good, and Fnatic just keeps on looking very good, just in general.
Yeah,
it
and
feels like
they shut down a BBL team that was like just completely hitting every shot.
Yes.
We know how good BBL's ascent is, and the problem has always been with the other maps.
Yeah.
But they managed to deal with it. So
like we're going to talk about BBL in a sec, but like beating DRX and Fnatic on Ascend,
that's pretty crazy.
that is great. That's not like just a one-off. Like that's a statement. Let's put it this way. But we're going to talk about BBL. Fnatic good, lock-in champions, just proving that they are the champions for a reason. For those of you wondering, the EMEA region started off with a super week. So there were 2 matches in 1 match week and 5 match days, which will be the case for other regions as well. Pacific will have, I think, a super week at the end or in the middle, and Americas at the end. It's like, yeah. So yeah, next up, Team Vitality. Good, right?
Yeah.
A little bit questionable at the start.
Yeah, the liquid
but,
match
like,
was a bit whimsy.
Yeah, but against Koi, pretty good.
It's like the EMEA is so weird. There's teams beating teams that didn't beat the teams that they're beating. Kind of thing. It's like
Yeah,
Vitality beat Koi,
that's
but then
that's
like
just classic EMEA stuff.
Yes.
yeah, it's like Koi beat Navi, but then this happened.
Some
this
teams
happened.
directly counter each other while the other team counters them.
But Vitality, like Bangovic was saying earlier to me, said that they're a lock for playoffs at this
I
point.
feel like, at this point, they beat
Definitely
like Liquid and Koi. Those are like
are
2
consistent.
strong contesters for the playoffs. They beat them. They are basically locked.
Unless they fall apart now, I don't. See
I don't
what
see
they
them
don't make
Not
it.
gonna happen.
They have a okay map pool. Like this is another thing. Like they lose 2-13 to Fracture versus Liquid, and then they win Fracture in overtime versus Koi. That like I don't understand how this is possible. They have very good fans.
Koi should have won that map, by the way. They
Yeah, they
completely
should've.
threw that map away.
They
but,
should have.
But Vitality did look good.
But
so.
Vitality looks very good. I'm a bit afraid how they're gonna look in the playoffs, because if I don't know if they can. I feel like for the playoffs, there's a lot of footage against them on a lot of maps, and maybe they have to innovate a little bit here and there to get the edge over some teams, but looking very good.
Yeah.
Next up, FUT Esports.
What?
They
Right now-
absolutely demolished Heretics.
Right now, I'm putting them in playoffs in terms of my rankings.
I don't really want to put them on playoffs.
I mean, it's fair to say.
They had some shaky rounds, even against even when you looked at the Heretics match, there were some questionable situations which other teams that weren't Heretics would easily abuse. So
I
it's
mean, even
definitely
Liquid did in a way.
yeah, exactly. So I am not very I do not believe in the FUT.
I
Who
have.
have they got next?
I actually think
Vitality, Koi, Giants,
BBL might
Fnatic. Oh
actually
my
be able
god.
to pull.
Oh,
Yeah, I think BBL is going to pull through for playoffs instead of FUT.
really? What? They're
Yep.
already down 0-2.
Yeah, but they are against pretty strong teams to start off.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. Like, what worries me for FUT is they keep on winning Lotus, and they even did so at lock-in. But I feel like they could have lost it against Heretics. They could have very much lost it against Liquid on that day, and they will lose it at some teams. And this is like their go-to pick right now. And I'm not sure how deep their map pool is because Split and Ascent, they got kind of stomped by
It's not-
Liquid.
Yeah,
So
It's
I don't
almost
know.
the same
like-
with it's almost the same with BBL though. Like
yeah,
they have
it's-
Ascent.
they
BBL
have
have
Ascent.
Ascent where they're really good. You know, FUT have Lotus. But see, this is the thing. If you beat 4 teams, let's say FUT beat Team Heretics, Carmine Core, BBL, and Giants, right? Then they could make it.
Yeah.
So for me, I think FUT versus Giants is the one where I'm really looking to see, okay, can they do this? If Giants win that match, then I'm, more favoring towards them for playoffs. But we'll see. I think it will be hard for BBL to come back from 0-2 where they lost to Carmine Core. They lost to Carmine Core.
Yeah. All right.
We'll see though.
Do we move on? We move on, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Team Liquid. My favorite.
Team Liquid. Yay. Actually decent. They look pretty good. They stepped up from
Lock-in.
the disappointment that was lock-in.
Yeah. We have role changes and they make sense. Like, Save on the duelist right now is the highest rated player in EMEA, and I think he also looked like the best duelist so far. But I mean, it's only 2 matches, but still, he looked incredible on all 3 duelist agents, like main agents like Neon, Wraith, and the Jet. Looked amazing. Yumpy on Sky and Sova was very impressive to me. Gotta be honest, I think Nats, Redka, and Soulcast, they are like not lost in a sauce, but I feel like Nats, for example, he's kind of like. He feels a bit disconnected right now. The lurks are not hitting as they used to do, but I think with time and with week in, week out, they will improve.
Yeah, it's also just the fact that people are actively counter-stratting Nats specifically.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's true.
After that Masters Berlin tournament, it was not the same.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with us at Hookars. Now that we have Chihuahua, people are gonna counter-strat Chihuahua specifically.
Yeah,
to try
that's
to,
also a thing you can
combat it.
work on. If you know they're gonna counter your lurker, then you know that at least one of those guys is
Just
always
put him
in
on
the back.
initiator for one match, and everybody's confused.
Yeah, but I think
what the hell is going on here?
Nats, especially against FUT Esports on the Cypher. I don't know if you have seen the match, but his Cypher is just the best in the world sometimes. He got killed and he got 1v4s he shouldn't have gotten. Amazing. It was actually an amazing performance. I think the upcoming matches like Carmine Corp next, then Fnatic, then Heretics, then Giants, then Na'Vi, I think they have good chances to win 2 or maybe even 3 of those matches. And if they do so, if they do so,
I can see 3 wins there.
Yeah, they could make it.
Win. Heretics win. Giants
could be a win. It depends if Giants steps it up because they look
Giants
very
is definitely
good.
A win. Yeah.
Yeah, but could be. I mean, yeah, maybe.
Somebody take a clip of that and post it somewhere.
Yeah.
Just so we have a record of it.
Yeah. I think Liquid could run away with the wins.
I am not a Giants believer. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. But I still think Liquid has to do some work. They can make it to playoffs, but they have to put the work in, week out, because I don't think they're a lock. But in EMEA, it's very close. So maybe but improvements, good. Liquid, not shit anymore. Heretics. Oh my god. I'm not saying anything, okay?
But that's the thing, that's the thing. We're like, oh, Heretics are so bad. They lose 2-0 to FUT. Okay, we all expected it. But then after Carmine Core beat BBL, then I think everybody was thinking, yeah, Karmine Corp probably going to 2-0 or 2-1 this series. They're probably going to win because their util look decent. But except it was the complete opposite. Karmine Corp looked like what Heretics should have looked like coming in, and Heretics looked like they look decent. They look fine. They had a good jet player in Kellogg's, and they set him up decently well, and they punished Karmine Corp's mistakes, and I wasn't expecting it.
No.
But I don't think they get many more wins than this.
All right.
I don't think they get many more wins. I think they get 1 or 2 more, if
not
that.
really. But I mean, decent match against Karmine Corp. You've got to give it to them. But it was still like, you gotta say that Karmine Corp versus Heretic match was a toilet bowl.
Yeah. I watched M80 versus whoever was it on that day. Was it today with like the finals with G2?
G2.
Yeah. I gotta say the quality was higher.
Yeah.
Not the quality from Knights.
I mean, when you have Koal, Noob, and Oxy in the same lobby, I mean, those guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Heretics looked solid, but not solid enough to beat any teams.
They looked
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the foot game was more of the benchmark than the Karmine Corp match. I don't know. I
don't think we can take Karmine Corp with any shred of.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
let's move on to a team which is actually doing interesting stuff and started off the VCT EMEA split with an upset. Koi beat Na'Vi 2-0.
No way.
In I wouldn't say like in crazy fashion, even though the first OT win, like the overtime, was an insane way to start off the season and maybe
wasn't
match off the split.
That was the final map, wasn't it?
No, the Lotus. Oh, actually, it was the final map. Yeah, they closed out the series with 20-18 on Lotus in a match with
heroic plays.
Yeah, but that was.
Why do Na'Vi always have to make it so difficult for themselves?
Yes, that's true.
That's just anyway, a Na'Vi way.
That's a Na'Vi way. Yeah,
they look good. Jados looks incredible.
Salados, yes.
Yeah, Wolfen actually played really well against Vitality.
And he did like role swaps, which I was very impressed. Just by
on
the
way. Sentinel.
Yeah,
and Stark. So I mean, this guy, if he plays again like he did against Na'Vi in every game, I think they'd win every game. He was on another level there.
Yes.
Not even just with the clutch. Obviously that was crazy, but you know, the whole game, especially in that OT, he was just playing really well.
I think I have seen enough from Koi, even though they lost against Vitality and it was a bit of like they should have won Fracture. I do think I have seen enough of Koi to already confidently say they are locked for playoffs. Because if they are not drastically fall off, I don't know. You can clip it. I don't care. But they look very good in the fundamentals and the approach of the game. I don't know. Just generally, I feel like it's a top 6 team. They should make it to playoffs.
I think they'll lose to Fnatic and one other team, and that's it. And I think they'll win all the other rest of their games.
Actually, okay, we're going to talk about Giants, right? Because they're 0-2, so I'm going to keep it for the Giants. But Giants versus Koi is the next match. Giants currently 0-2.
Big game.
They got to win. And this is the win for Giants, probably, to decide.
I think if a team goes 0-3, I'm counting them out most of the time. I mean, depending on who they are. Unless they've played Fnatic, Loud, and DRX 3 games in a row, then fair enough. But
Giants played Na'Vi, Fnatic, and now Koi.
Oh, that's
so that's actually potentially the
maybe
top 3.
Aside from Giants, but like if RRQ go in 0-3, you're not going to be like they can RRQ fighting. You know, like okay.
No.
Like you know.
But Koi, what do you think? Like final statement for Koi before we move on?
I think they'll make playoffs, and I think they could qualify to Tokyo if they're playing like they did against Na'Vi in the playoffs. We'll have to see.
I agree.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, Bo can take the mic for that one. We're talking French. Karmine Corp.
Okay, as a representative of the Northern Europeans, we are not connected any way, shape, or form with the French. Holy fuck, that was disappointing. That match against Heretics, oh my fucking lord, Jesus Christ! Oh, I think we could probably we could just throw the sideshow clip in right now to just show my feelings about this match. I think somebody even made an entire highlight of like all the moments.
Can
of,
someone
like,
link it? Can someone quickly?
Yeah,
check
I
it?
could quickly
Yeah.
get like.
But like talking about Sideshow, a thing like which is so funny. Like after the BBL match, Sideshow and everyone was basically saying, "Well, they didn't look even bad. Like they had like some good approaches, some good ideas. They are not there yet, but like they look okay."
Oh, yes.
And then there's the match versus Heretics, and suddenly nothing. Like I don't know.
It seems like if they get like, this is the weird thing. I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, well, now we know if Carmichael get pushed at all, they just fall over." But the thing is, like,
God damn!
they got pushed by BBL and they were fine. You know,
Mhm.
15-17 overtime. But this was just terrible.
I mean, shall I just roll the first minute or
Yeah,
something?
go for it.
Now let's watch the tier 2 teams play. Why?
No, I think
Carmichael
you have to
losing
like
the
put
fucking
it like
time
later
in the
on.
first round.
Oh, the final round.
30.
Yeah,
Oh.
one of the final rounds. There's also like when they were
Now they've
like
allowed us another
rotating
smoke
out
to
of
go
nowhere.
Oh, yeah. Like, where are you going?
Where are you going? There's no time. Why are you going
Yeah,
B
yeah,
now?
is that the
their
one?
own ability to buy in the final round?
I don't
It's
know.
just
I don't know.
No,
genuinely-
no, that's not it.
I think it might still almost
Yeah, yeah,
there.
It's like
Oh, this is
when-
it. Oh my
Because
god.
Carmichael
Yeah.
have got to be worried about
Yes.
almost everywhere on the map right now.
Oh no, it's a
Abysmal.
retake. It's a
Hiding in all
retake.
sorts of spots.
They
Yeah,
don't
that's-
have
This
to
is the
put-
final round.
And Mixwell's timing
Oh
is
my God.
pretty good.
It's when he realizes
he's not
that
committing to
they don't
it.
have time.
Mixwell's
he
not
just says,
committing to it.
Time?
Yeah, it's about to come.
Time?
Yeah, the time.
Time?
Time?
Time? Time?
Oh.
Time?
There's no time on the diffuse, Lauren. That's what Hypox says.
Fucking melons!
It's so bad. It's just so bad.
Okay, seriously. Okay. Allow Carmen Corp to have a sixth player who actually tells them that they need to actually push a site. Because
No,
this is not even the first time they forget stuff like about timing.
It's
Just time as a whole.
it screams.
Yeah.
They rotate
Outlook
with
on the game.
with no time left. They forget to defuse the spike. It's like,
The
what
Scream
are
is
they cooking?
no. Scream's a great player, and he
Don't they have
hits lots of
numbers
heads.
in French?
It's no. I'm telling you, this is Scream's outlook on
Where's
the game.
math?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the players there are with 30 seconds left. They're sat in heaven, and they are waiting for a call from Scream. I'm telling you,
Yes.
and he doesn't. It's got to be.
Yeah,
because
it's
like
fuck.
But also like they're 2-12 down or whatever, and they're in a 3v1 situation. They know they have to defuse the spike, and they play it slow and methodologically. But fuck off, just go to the spike, crossfire, like triple stack the spike, and just shoot the guy when he's trying to kill the diffusers. I don't know, like how can you lose it in this fashion?
in that map and that match, they were making some inexcusable mistakes in every area
Yeah.
of the game.
I would just generally
was
put it this way. Like I
uh,
wouldn't even say like it's a. Of course, it's like an IGL like problem is like in there 100%. But I would just say like that was like the craziest off day on top of like having flaws in the regular
That was
performance.
something
You know,
that
like,
you called back in the day match fixing. That was like a fucking I buy power moment right there.
yeah.
13-2.
I wish it
13-2.
would be match fixing, but you could see it wasn't. Like
yeah,
that's
it,
the thing,
it wasn't
right?
match fixing, but like it's
Yeah.
13-2 is
kind of-
like
mm.
either one team has completely figured out the other one, or one team is just playing so much better. And it wasn't that Heretics were playing really well.
Yeah.
Army Corps were just playing awfully.
I mean,
man.
Heretics just Kellogg's just literally dry picked every round at the beginning of the round with an AWP and got a kill. That's it. Every round he just got the AWP opening, and then on the attack side, Zeke and Kellogg's just jumped into the side. No one holds the side, no one defends the side, no one gets the kill, no one trades a kill, and then bomb goes down, round over. Like every time, it was very disappointing. But I mean, Carmine Corp can bounce back, and they won't look as bad as they did in this matchup, but losing that match in that fashion, I think that might cost, like not just might cost them, they will probably could cost them the playoff spot. Like this is, you cannot lose a
Side
match
note-
like this.
Side note, my one Valorant hot take, the op is too powerful. Anyway, let's continue. Navi.
Bro, what?
Just drops the op is too powerful. Just
When you watch,
Bro, it's so nerfed that even Simple called it shit.
when you no, I know what he means.
Simple
It's
called
not-
the
no,
operator
it's not-
shit.
It's not nice to use as it is in CS:GO. It's not as nice because the movement's not as good with it. Okay?
Yeah.
And it doesn't fire as quickly. I get that. But the way that you can just fire a shot with almost no consequences is too bad. Look, when you watch your team get 2-1 by both M80 and G2 when they have Koal Noob and Oxy, you think the op is too powerful, okay? Anyway, let's continue.
No.
Okay, Na'Vi. What we make out of Na'Vi? They made both matches very difficult for themselves. They lost
Yeah.
against Koi, 7-13 on Ascent. They tried out Gecko, wasn't too convincing on Ascent. Looked better on Lotus, despite the efforts. They lost 18-20 in a crazy match. And then
That's
against
crazy.
Giants, they went into double overtime, like Icebox 15-17, Split 15-13, and then they finally won a match some sort of decisively 13-7. And you get the feeling like, why is it so difficult for them?
Well, I mean, they're doing a Talon, but they're better than Talon. So they
Yeah.
managed to get a win. But, I mean, if you want to try a Gecko, you want to try a
Na'Vi-
Gecko, I guess.
yeah,
They'll
the
qualify.
thing-
They'll qualify.
yeah. Exactly. Navi can cook as much as they want because we all know that they will qualify one way or another.
They're not going to get punished. For
That's the
Exactly.
thing.
losing.
Like they have to like
early.
what I make out of this. Like
when
if I
they are
want to rank
cooking,
them.
they always put Shao on what they are cooking,
Yeah, and he can do
and
it.
it always works.
The crazy thing about this is like consider it, like Giants and Koi are not bad teams. Both teams could make it to playoffs. Koi could even make it to Tokyo, maybe Giants too if they get their stuff together. But like even though Na'Vi is cooking hard, like crazy, they still almost win those matches or even win it. So it gives me somewhat sort of the hope, like if
Okay. Random tangent, real quick regarding NA. Holy fuck, you guys have like the worst stadium in like.
Whoa,
gonna-
chill. We're gonna get onto that.
we're gonna
That is
talk about
absolutely
talk
dog
about
shit.
that.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about ADHD. Calm down. Take the meds. Calm down, bro. Calm down.
I haven't had my
We're
meds for
we're
days,
gonna
bro.
talk about the venues.
That was out of nowhere.
We're gonna talk about the venues.
Bro. My ADHD meds, like we don't get them anymore at this point. Like we are running low here, in Denmark on them.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I'm
we're gonna
going
talk about that
batshit
though.
insane.
We're gonna
I can't anymore.
Okay.
Navi are good though.
Yeah,
Na'Vi
Na'Vi
are
are good.
and they'll
Na'Vi are
qualify.
cooking. They lost
Yeah,
the
yeah,
match.
yeah.
They won a match, but they're gonna win the next couple of matches. Like they're gonna get 4 or 5 easy, and then we're gonna see them in playoffs. And in playoffs, they're just the playoffs Na'Vi who just win anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, BBL, and this is actually a team I like to talk about. They are 0-2.
BBL looked good. They were just
Yes.
up against 2 really good teams and Karmic
Okay.
Corp. Oh wait,
One really good team in Karmin Corp.
one really good team and Karmic Corp.
Yeah. I mean, okay, the Karmin Corp, the version of Karmin Corp BBL played was actually not bad.
Yeah.
So on that day, Karmin Corp looked actually like a good team. Like I wouldn't say like a playoff contender, but like I mean maybe even a playoff contender if they could consistently perform like that. Aslan is a beast. I don't know. This guy is like having a backpack on and he's like just farming. BBL has the argument to have the best Ascent, at least in EMEA. They beat DRX on Ascent. They now beat Fnatic in 13-6 fashion. And despite being 0-2 in the split, I do have hope for them to make it to the playoffs because they did look good against Fnatic. They could have very much won that match. They lost 11-13 on the decider map. And the Karmin Corp match, probably they should have won that. They would have deserved so.
I would like them to make playoffs. The only thing is they dropped a match to one
Karmin
of the
Corp.
teams that I think is easiest to get one of your like not free wins, but one of the easier wins, right?
And if you see the
now-
upcoming matches,
But they had a like Karmic Corp just had a good game.
Yeah.
sure, they had a good game, but now like BBL
Who
needs
are
the
they
4
beating?
yeah,
Who are they
need
beating?
the 4
here?
wins.
Giants,
They play Na'Vi.
Heretics, maybe Koi, maybe
they
Liquid.
can definitely get a win against Giants. I can actually see them kind of like sneaking a win against Vitality. Heretics.
Maybe.
Heretics makes sense.
Yeah, Heretics.
Koi could be close.
I have a feeling
Okay.
they'll play a lot of teams
I
close,
don't really
but they
think
won't
that
win very
Team
many
Liquid,
games.
Like Team Liquid seems like a team that like BBL could counter.
I feel
um,
like they'll play loads of good teams close, but they won't win many. I feel like
don't-
they'll win 1 or 2.
I would agree with Team Liquid if it would be like the old Liquid, but with Safe you have that someone who's playing such aggressive duelists like the Turkish teams like to play. So he kind of like matches the aggression. I feel like, but of course, like it's
That's the problem.
yeah. But
Because
also they play
know how
like
to counter that.
they play Koi, Liquid, and Foot at the end of the split, and maybe Koi or Liquid has
Wait,
made the playoffs and like not start throwing, but like I feel like at the end of the split, maybe you get a pick or like get a dub against a team which you shouldn't.
Didn't Team Liquid lose last year against BBL? I'm trying to think of it.
Okay, that is
No,
holy
no.
copium.
No, they didn't. Like, bro, I think with Scream for whatever reason, whenever he plays a Turkish team, he's just the best duelist on earth, and they just win.
Yeah.
That's how it was in the back. But BBL, even though they're 2-0-2, there's still hope for them to make it to
I
playoffs.
believe in Sonchi.
Yeah, they play
Sonchi
good
best
Valorant,
IGL.
and I do see them get it up here and there. I hope they will not just play it close, but
I hope either Foot or BBL make its playoffs.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, speaking
Not,
of O2
not
teams,
Carmen Corp.
I think that would be
Even
hilarious.
though Komedo said sign Hookars, which is just funny-ish.
Giants.
actually funny.
They have a really, really tough opening.
yeah,
to this.
that's crazy, man. And it's
They
super
play
weak.
arguably the 3 best teams first.
Yes.
Maybe not Koi, but Koi is still up there, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
But definitely the 2 best teams, right? Fnatic and Na'Vi,
Yeah.
like that's just the 2 best teams.
unlucky. I mean,
I am not that excited for Giants. Let's just put it that way.
you still think they're not going to do much, even though
They're not gonna do much, that's for sure.
You feel so? Because like look at the scores against Na'Vi. Like they could have very much won that 2-0.
Oh yeah, definitely. But you gotta remember, Navi's cooking.
That's true.
Giants begin their era with the win at Masters Tokyo 2023.
God.
No, I don't
I
see
can't
that.
wait.
Okay, I don't see
Bro,
that. If that
bro,
happens,
stop
holy.
the cap.
I want the video of you command where we jinx it at the beginning and then they actually win. Like just the voiceover is like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Somebody will put that voice clip of me over there winning
Yeah.
clip.
I wanted to do like a tattoo, like joke way, like I would get a tattoo if like something wins, but I'm not gonna do that because I know I'm gonna jinx it, and my parents would absolutely slaughter me if I got a tattoo. So that's
Yeah.
not happening.
would also not be worth it. Yeah, next up, Koi. I mean, it's not getting easier for Giants. And if they lose to Koi, they are 0-3. And you just said, Command, you would probably count them out of playoffs. And I think even though they're going to play the arguably easier teams later on, they also got more time to improve, like BBL, for example. They are desperate for a win. Foot needs a win. Liquid needs a
Heretics
win.
might step
Heretics.
up.
Like, those teams will be hungry when they play them. So it won't get any easier for Giants, I feel like. What is happening?
I'm just watching the VCTNA match between Loud and MIBR, and then just Mir is just throwing his orb out of nowhere and just looking down to it, trying to pick it up while he turns it on.
ADHD, man.
Actually,
But now you say that, I do have to put it on the second monitor. I forgot to start
man.
now already.
I can't do it because there's the
Okay, focus. I'm
yeah
focusing.
focus. Okay, but I think still Giants has the quality to make it
you
to
mean
playoffs.
the German team that's in Valorant Challengers Northern Europe Polaris? I love Focus.
I cannot believe it, man. You can make anything work out to make like build a bridge to like
Exactly.
talk about
Wait,
Polaris.
bro. What league were you just talking about?
He's sleeping. He's just. The thing is, like, Commend absolutely hates on Valorant Challenges Northern Europe Polaris because I keep talking about it. That's why.
Too much.
It's just because
It's not that
we
you
are
talk
just
about
too
it.
good.
That's it, Bangovich. It's not that you talk about it. It's that I hear the name Polaris in my nightmares.
Yeah.
He's like getting assassinated in a dream, and then like Bo comes out of the corner. Did I tell you about Polaris playoffs next week? Like I swear.
Did I tell you about the match between Coalesce and Focus back in Polaris
Oh my
Split 2
God.
of 2023 when Focus got a 13-0?
Oh my god.
If I
No,
hear any more
but-
about Polaris, I'm going to
Yeah.
turn into a human tripwire.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about NA.
But that was a good one. That was not bad. Giants
I mean,
Gaming.
Human Tripwire is gone, so that one is actually not really that relevant,
true.
dude.
Yeah, that's true. S Polaris.
Wait.
But wait.
Bro, Murray's has his lineups missed. Oh my
Mirrored
god.
momentum.
They're trolling. Okay.
Okay, let's close out EMEA.
Anyway.
Giants hope they can still make it to playoffs, but they have to pick up a win.
Yep.
And we're gonna switch over to the Americas,
Which we are watching right now. And
I'm
Loud
not-
is absolutely farming MIBR.
Who would have thought that?
Hug is literally using a judge and got 3.
That's a statement.
Yeah.
Wait, we can only
The-
talk about like 2 matches, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
We can't really talk about this.
Yeah.
Let's quickly get over
Furia
it.
good, Sentinel's good, Crew ? 100 Thieves look alright.
I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. Sentinels, good, and they have room for improvement. Furia
Yeah.
looked how they were going to. Crew, yeah, unfortunately, they're probably going to be the second worst team in Americas. And 100 Thieves, they look decent, but I don't think they're going to be able to beat the
I
top
might actually
teams.
say they might be the worst team.
Are you watching this match right now?
Yeah, I am watching this match. Right now.
MIBR.
I know for a fact, once we finish this recording this, I'm watching Sideshow's watch party. And this guy's going to be gripping his face like he's trying to take his own eyes out.
No, that's not gonna happen. It's only against Carmen Corp that he's going to be like that. He's like, get off my face, you are not my skin.
But I think, yeah, we'll see. You know, not everybody's played, so it's difficult to judge.
I heard some interesting stuff. So I'll definitely say like.
Wait, about Yay or
Cloud9?
No, or just in general about
Cloud9.
Fuck's sake, dude.
I mean, Cloud9. Honestly, look about Cloud9. Like, I'm happy they have like new players and they're like talents, and I want it for the players. But this Orcs deserves a 10th place. I don't care. I cannot like. I would be like if they make it to Tokyo. I'm so pissed. They don't deserve it. For what they have done to Yay, they deserve to be 10th place.
Oh, yeah.
And whatever. Like, I don't know. I cannot be hyped for them. I cannot cheer for them. I will not be happy if they win a map.
And if you want more context on that situation, you can go to youtube.com/@CommandYT.
Jesus Christ, dude. You talk about me like talking about Polaris.
I'm joking.
My God.
He did it for the first time in like 28 episodes.
We are all just sellouts at this point.
I'm a sellout for my own channel. At least I'm not a sellout for Polaris.
Yeah. I didn't sell out yet, but talking about the matches we have seen so far, not yet. But maybe in the next episode. I gotta say though, 100 Thieves, I'm a bit worried. I think
it was a good match. It was a good ass fucking match.
It was a good ass fucking match.
I'll let it slide.
I will let that slide.
100 Thieves kind of fell off, but
like think about the narrative like that we all were like arguing like 100 Thieves the best team, like they have the potential to win lock in, they got cryo, and they look good at home ground, don't get me wrong.
Who told you like I did say that 100 Thieves were not gonna look as good as they did at home ground before.
Yeah, I mean I said that as well. I was one of the biggest critiques out there, and I feel like I don't know what it is, because Cryo was a good jet, but I haven't seen his brilliance on the jet just yet, as we have seen it before he went to the chamber. Yeah. And I've seen, and like, I don't know what it is. It's the same with Forsaken. All the players who kind of been the top 3 chamber players, besides Dirke, they just don't look as good on jet anymore. I don't know what it is right now or why this is the case, but I'm just missing the old cryocells who could like just jet knife pop off. He does it here and there, but not to the same degree as he used to. I hope he can find his form again, and I hope we see a little bit more of versatility from his agent pool. They kind of like hardcore leaning into the jet picks right now because the race didn't look too good in lock-in, I think. And his Omen, like the Icebox Omen comp, like is now like irrelevant now that we have like the Harbor Viper comp. So I see that they are not picking it. I think 100 Thieves has to step it up if they want to make it to playoffs and if they want to make it to Tokyo, because the top 3 of Americas will go to Tokyo. And Sentinels, with that win, that's a statement. I'm very impressed by what we've seen from Sentinels. They won on a 3-map series, and every map was close against a team of the caliber of 100 Thieves. So I still think...
And that's also why I also think that 100 Thieves is going to do good, even though they lost.
But this is the thing people have been talking about, though, isn't it? The difference in IGLing style that 100 Thieves have gone from when they were playing under Sean and now to Mike's is that it's a lot more free and open. And what that does is it not only tests the IGLs like mid-round calling more, but it also tests the individual players' decision-making more because they don't have protocols to rely on. And that's the thing I think that we haven't necessarily seen so much of from players, Stella, Bang, Asuna, Derek. Like they looked really good when they were playing under like strict protocols, and all they had to do was hit the shots and know what they had to do next.
Almost like the
Kinda felt
European
like-
playstyle, right? Like they kind of look like a European team in NA, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but now they're a bit more free flowing, and I think it's kind of to their detriment. But I know Stella said that he's not super comfortable playing with that heavy protocol style.
Okay.
So we'll see how it goes.
Oh, it's crazy to see. Like just seeing the stats right now. Like
Well,
Sentinel's been
Tens is the
fragging.
goat. Yeah, Tens is the go. But
And Veckin
interestingly,
stepped
the first kills, first death stats. If you look at those,
Yeah.
that doesn't look like
That's
it. Looks like 100 Thieves
crazy.
should have won.
Yeah.
But Sentinels were able to clutch out so many rounds, especially that Brazilian duo who looked great. I think the role changes look good for Sentinels as well.
And whenever like
Tens is
Sassy
the
and
goat.
Pancada been in the clutch situation and they swapped to Portuguese and they just won the clutches because they're Sassy and Pancada, love to see it.
Yeah. Like I said on my Twitter @CommandYT, Tens, you can keep your statistics. I'll keep my magic of Tens. He's the goat. He has the highest score in aim lab. So yeah, Sentinels are the goats and they're going to Tokyo.
Solid reasoning.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's enough of tier.
One, I think, that concludes the recap of the tier 1 matches we've seen so far.
Okay, let's put in the rant. Ooh.
Yes, we're gonna talk about the venue recaps and like just generally now we have seen all the 3 venues for all the 3 regions, and I feel like Bo has something off his he wants to get off his chest.
Tier list time. Or just power ranking. Fuck it. Number 1, EMEA.
They are venues. They are buildings. They have no power.
They have power. What do you think they operate and all of that? They have generators. They have electricity. They have power, right? So that shit is invalid, right there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find some pictures on the meantime, but EMEA. Go on.
EMEA venue is fucking insane. It's really good. They have like exclusive like watch party cages. They have actually like good places for fans to sit of each team where they can like actually like look at their team specifically and not just the other team. And it looks very good. It looks very detailed, and it's just chef's kiss. Absolutely.
It actually
and
is.
then there's Pacific. Pacific's is also really good.
Cool,
it has like a different kind of vibe, but definitely one of the better ones.
One of the better ones out of 3.
Yeah, definitely. It kind of reminds me of like the Masters Reykjavik, like 2022 stage, before. I believe the finals had another stage, a different stage. So before that,
I know what you mean. Though.
Definitely.
And they have the AR like agent.
Production-wise,
really
it's
cool.
The AR stuff is really good.
And I also like the rooms they have, like for the analyze, also like you have the broadcast stuff, like the
you can see the casters,
the tables and stuff. I don't like the Americas table, but I think like all the caster stuff look very good in EMEA and Pacific. I think for most parts also in Americas, but Bo, there's your chance.
And then there is NA or Americas. It's just square.
It's just square.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And they've probably done it because they want to like put an emphasis on the conflict
it's
kind of
the same
thing
setup that they have in the LCS.
Yeah.
It's seriously just the same setup.
I mean, it's the LCS studio, so that makes sense.
But like, holy fuck, do something creative, please.
I don't like
the most sleeper stadium.
The stuff like when they do the agent selection, they show who's playing what agent, and they have like the pictures of the people. It just looks a bit botty, to be honest. It looks like an Overwatch LAN. Like, come on, like we're not Overwatch. Like we're let's step up here.
It's shit. It's not. It's
okay. It's not awful.
It's not awful. Yeah, it's not awful, but it's just boring. It's just boring. It's like so standard.
Sleeper.
Yeah, I think it's sleeper, especially if you compare it to Pacific and EMEA, which
Yeah.
really went out with a concept where you can see there's a lot of effort and time put into like making like the venue, like creating the venue. Like EMEA one, you can tell they've been working on this venue for a month, and like they went through different like practice runs and stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure that they
Yeah.
worked on this for 2 years.
Yeah,
as far
as I
as I
said
know.
so in an
But-
interview, like yeah.
But equally, it's like over the weeks, you're going to start to get used to the venues they're playing in, and
Sure.
they're not going to matter as much. As long as the
Yeah.
games are there, like people are still going to watch. And the fact that we even have it on LAN a week in, week out is really good anyway. So I'm not complaining too much about the America stage. Bo will because it's NA. He will just
Yeah.
complain. So
I love hating on NA.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But yeah, some insights I can give because I was at the EMEA venue for 3 out of 5 of the match days. First of all, it is beautiful. It is in an old convention center, and therefore, like the public transport and
massive.
everything to that, it's like perfect. Like there's no issues getting there. There's no issue like getting inside of the venue because it's like just for 150 people anyways, and 150 people, if you see them at the venue, like it's a very like I don't know, very relaxed atmosphere. Like it's not like crowded and everyone talks to you. You get goodie bags. By the way, I didn't show them. I think like here. Wait. You
Oh, you got goodie bags?
Yeah, I got those VCT
Yo.
EMEA goodie bags. I mean,
That's mad.
I can show some of the stuff, right? I haven't
What
even
did you
shown.
get in it?
So one of all, like we got the trophy poster.
Oh, bro.
Guys, no worries. I got 3 of those, so I can send it to you.
Send it to me, yes.
Then, okay, this one is actually the biggest POC. Okay, are you ready? In this thing, we got VCT stickers. And it's like the
that's so cool.
sprays. It's like the Killjoy, the Penguin, then we got like all the teams.
bro, I would be putting all of those on my PC. Just all of
Yeah,
them.
for real. Then
so
I got
cool.
like this, I don't even know what this is, honestly.
Is
logo.
it like a tattoo?
Yeah, maybe it is a tattoo. Then we got like this keychain, like chain thing with the VCT
Oh,
EMEA, Berlin,
That's cool.
Germany. And then we got like a pin. Do I find the pin? Yeah, I got a gecko pin. I got the gecko pin.
Yo.
That's actually mad.
And the final thing you get is like those clap things, but they are almost broken, like
Oh yeah.
with the teams on it. So it's pretty cool. You get them every day you go to the venue. You got like one of the goodie bags, so I got like 3
I
of
love
them.
the clap things.
Yeah, the clap things are good, but I broke 6 of them on the second day of the VCT, like when the liquid played against
Bro,
Foot.
you're clapping too much.
I was clapping it, man. You see me in the replays every time because I was like chanting and going crazy. But yeah, generally, what can I say about the venue is like well structured, very clean facility. Like generally, food is all right, but they only got mac and cheese, and like mac and cheese is great for the first time. But if you eat it on the second day, it's all right, and on the third day, I don't want to eat mac and cheese for the third day. It's just
What do you mean, bro? Bro, the mac and cheese is always S tier.
no, bro. No, I don't know. €8 and it's not that big, but I think it was okay. But just like there's literally no varieties. It's just mac and cheese. There's the boba. Boba is good, but I can't drink boba because I'm allergic to fruits. So that's a no for me. But generally,
Langovich
like fruit
trivia.
sugar. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
wow.
Okay,
that's
okay.
very fucked. So boba is not for me.
Like,
Yeah.
allergic to fruit. And I
Yeah,
was
but
like,
fruit
what?
sugar,
So
so
sad.
it's
That's
very
so
sad. So boba ain't for me, but
Just like
everyone
when
loved the boba.
I remember a classmate finding out that he was allergic to bananas. He was like asking us why we eat bananas because like he thinks they are spicy, and we're like,
Ooh.
wait, bananas are spicy? What are you talking about? Turns out he was allergic all this time. He's just
Right,
been
okay.
eating
Well, that makes
bananas and he
sense. That
thought it
makes
was
sense.
spicy.
Also,
Other than-
by the way, both of you, once we finish this podcast, watch this match and tell me that the op is not OP. Tell me.
Okay. I will.
Because Aspas is.
I will
he's-
watch it and I will just tell you simply the op is not OP.
He's
I'm
putting the
gonna
op,
give it-
somewhere.
Just don't peek anything, all right?
Yeah, simple as
It's
that.
that simple.
It's like
Exactly.
because in CS the movement's so good, so you can jump peek and jiggle peek more easily than you can in Valorant. Like
Yeah, that's true.
anyway.
Yeah. Other than that, like the stands and stuff like that, it's very cool. Like you got like basically two sides, and you see like which teams are playing on which side before the matches even start. So you know if you are a Liquid supporter, you go to the left. If you're like a I don't know, Vitality supporter, you go to the right and you sit like on the Colosseum, like on this, just on the seats, which are like literally
definitely
above the players. And just
to try to get like the watch party cage one day.
Yeah, that would be amazing because like there's the booths, and what you don't know and what you don't see is actually next to the audience, there is another booth for the coaches. So after the map is over, you see the door go out, like the door open up, and then you just like see the fucking stressed out Mini grabbing his stuff and running downstairs to the team to give them like the prep for the next map, which is so funny that they just sit them literally next to the audience. And Command was joking actually that I should slide like some strats underneath the door so they can like improve. Actually, you could do that. You could actually do that. You could just open the door mid game and he would like rant at you like, "Whoa, what the fuck? I'm working." It's a bit weird, but no one is doing that. Everyone's like, it's actually funny. But just to get an idea, because I don't know if you can see that on the broadcast, but how the distance to the players, like basically, you guys know it, I leaked every comp they played before the matches even started, because you are so close to the players. I could literally like hold down my hand and they could... I will get banned, but I could high five them just from the stands. Like it's so close.
Nice round, Redgar.
Yeah, really, you could really do that. It's actually so
Seriously?
close. Yeah, seriously. I mean, you have to lean over a bit, so it looks a bit sketchy, but you could do it in theory. But you shouldn't.
You're also a stretchy boy, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm a tall guy, so it could be.
I can't wait until somebody pulls off like an insane clutch and then goes and high fives.
Can like seriously like just have a man up. You just like my man.
I swear you could do that. If you really want to.
Destrin could probably like kiss somebody in the stands. He's so tall. He's like Slenderman. He could like.
I mean, have you seen Twisted? Both of them are tall.
Yeah, they're both tall.
But Destrin's like from Attack on Titan tall. Like he's
But Redgar's actually also very tall. I did not like in person. Yeah, he's very tall. Nets also. I didn't. Yumpy also. I mean, actually a lot of those guys are very tall. But regarding the leaking the comps, I leaked them in a group chat. I said like, here they are playing those agents. It's not that much of a leak because they are literally inside of the map and then they go out of the venue again. Because for the people who watch the games on stream, it's not the same in the venue. It's a bit different. They come in, then they prepare their mouse and everything, then they make the agents, they go onto the map, log into the lobby, press start, then they're on the map, and then they stand up and they go out of the arena again because they have to do the walk-ins. And then when they are outside, you just see the screens because you're so close to them. Yeah, I just have to ruin the viewing experience.
He's just spoiling stuff. He's like the kid who tells that Santa isn't real.
Yeah, Santa isn't real.
It was so funny because I was on.
Wait, Santa isn't real?
No, all good, man. He's real. He lives in Denmark.
Okay, I got it. Wait, Denmark? Yo, that's pretty cool.
I was on Sideshow's stream and you sent me the comp for Liquid's Lotus where they had the KO, the Neon, the Viper. It was like the most like
it's duelist for the first time. Like people didn't know he's like duelist.
It was the most like BS comp if you didn't already know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I did the highlight my message thing on Twitch. And I was like, I think the next comp will be, and I just listed all the agents I could see on the screen. And he was like, there's no way it will be that. Boom. And then it was that. And he was like, I think you got all of it right. Everybody's just like, you're crazy, big brain. Like, Commend predicted it. Like, commend the prophet. I'm like, Bangovich got me. If nobody got me, I know Bangovich got me.
Hell yeah. But it's pretty cool.
I did it, I would be burned down the stakes.
But what else can I say about like the venue thing? Oh, actually, what is really cool about the EMEA thing is that you can see the casters in their booths because they're like on top, and like it is so funny if you see them like jump around on a clutch, and you feel very involved into the matches. And I think this is something which neither the Pacific nor the Americas region, like the stadium, has, because it's such a unique way of like arranging a stadium. You feel inside of the series, inside of the game. And one thing, one clip I want to roll just because it was funny and I have it like right now open. It's like the Reddit post I made with the Stark, so 1v3. It was the very first day of VCT EMEA, and some things didn't work out according to plan, and actually the broadcast on the venue broke. Just generally for the first 2 days, we didn't have any replays on site. So we could never see a replay of a play, which was a bit of a bummer, but I mean, it's okay. But yeah,
you have to pay attention.
Yeah, you have to pay attention. And then, unless this happens, Starzone the 1v3. So far, so good.
It was a go-to clutch, by the way.
Yeah. And then this.
Like, holy fuck. And then TP and... Oh, okay.
We have no idea.
The hand is so
And
good.
he just won.
Mamma mia!
Mamma mia, what is happening? And there's me. I lost it.
Somebody commented, I don't know how Sugetsu recorded this when he was sat in the... And I was like...
Suiketsu?
Man,
Nah.
I get some wild comments. Someone said to me, you look like Chamber. And then the next guy said, you look like Astra. And that was the moment I turned off comments on YouTube. No cap.
Okay.
No cap. No cap.
Okay, Astra.
But overall, I
Astra
recommend
looking
every
is-
one of you go to the VCT MEA venue. It's amazing. It's so much fun. And also the tickets, like a day ticket for 1 day is like 11 euros. It's like,
Oh, that's actually not that bad. Maybe I'll
That's-
go to Berlin.
that's almost
Oh
free.
yeah, there's no tickets, bro. So
Yeah,
you don't
it's
have it
all-
now,
it's all-
then you're not getting any.
But I might get you, I could get you one. Let's see.
Oh.
Cheers.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you can, then I'll
I'll
be there.
just say I'm journalist and I go.
Yeah.
I'll
That-
just use
that
my
will
work.
journalist card.
Yeah, you can say
I'll say
you-
I'm hey, I'm actually a YouTuber, so if you could just let me in, that would be great. Thanks.
I mean, with the co-streaming booths, which are on site, I'm not sure if all of them like booked out for the entire time. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Simple was there. I saw Simple. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was very cool. That was very random. There was like the signing session with Navi because, I mean, that's the last thing, then I'm going to stop. On the first day, only on the first day, the players had to do a signing session with all the fans before the matches started. So it was like 4:30, and there was like all the Navi boys and Doom Bros. I went to Doom Bros. We had like a little chat, and he was stressed, and he's like, I don't know why we have to sign here because like do the signing. Like it's so cool for the fans, but I'm so stressed. I want like. You could see he's stressed because he has to play a game, the opening game of the split, in like an hour. And he stands there, and literally, it's not even like no one showed up, but everyone was like new to the venue, didn't know where to go. So it wasn't like packed or something. And he was like, they were just standing there super stressed. And then just randomly Simple runs by, and I'm like, what the fuck was that Simple? I didn't know Simple was there. That was very random. That was very cool. Yeah, 10 out of 10 experience.
Alright.
Was fun.
I think
Oh.
we have been rambling a little too much.
I'm
about
sorry.
The venue. All good. Good.
But it was
It's
amazing.
good, though. It's good to hear about it. Okay.
All right. DSG has signed a Game Changers roster,
Yay!
and it
Well,
is not
signed
what
is-
so-
Signed
mean,
is
yeah,
is
just-
one word for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very interesting roster because it's very much like content creator based, which is good. I mean, I don't
It's
have anything
exposure.
against it. It's like more exposure to the game changer scene, and definitely the players that they have added are actually pretty good. Like Tupperware, absolutely amazing game changers player. Actually surprised that she did not get a team.
Mhm.
So definitely good to see that she has found something to work with. So
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it'll be really good for the scene. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously there was the whole drama around it, but I think everything's kind of already been said.
yeah, I wouldn't say that it's really drama.
Yeah,
wouldn't even
there's
call
not
it
much to be
drama.
said that
Yeah.
Toast hasn't already kind of addressed and stuff. So
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's a
mean-
big dub for the scene. I'm very
Yeah.
happy. I also like the approach of like streaming the scrims and stuff like that. I just feel like
Yeah,
it
it's
gives
cool.
it gives players and like upcomers the chance to find out how it is behind the scenes to become a pro. Because I think
Yeah.
this is like something not a lot of people have. They don't have an idea like how do scrims work
I mean,
and stuff like
a
that.
lot of teams would love to like stream their
Yeah.
scrims, but unfortunately, there are some very like sucky people in the Valorant scene who will basically just blacklist you. So not
I mean-
happening for other teams.
I mean, I guess some people don't want to leak strats, right? But this team isn't
Yeah, but that's
super
where you
concerned
have
about
scrim
that.
Yeah.
partners.
Yeah, but then like if you streamed all of your scrims,
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
so yeah. But I think this is a really good move for Game Changers. So.
I like it. Yeah.
Very
Oh,
nice.
Oh yeah, and very quickly, the Game Changers documentary actually has more views than any of the regular VCT documentaries they did.
When-
Wow, that's a big
it has
dub.
like
Big.
120k views, and the other ones have like 70 or 90k. So
That is so cool.
look, we shouted it out on our last episode. All I'm saying. So we single-handedly got those views.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
exactly.
No need to thank us, right? We got the memo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no problem, right? We got
maybe
you.
streamer booth for the venue for one day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll-
maybe.
we'll be
I
we'll
mean,
be very
yeah.
poggers.
pay for my flight as well. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
but
but
anyway,
right.
yeah. Anyway,
All right.
Do not
Yeah.
pay for a British man's flight. Worst mistake in my life.
Okay. What is next? Oh, Challengers playoffs, of course. NA Challengers playoffs. Bo is
Yes.
sleeping.
I was sleeping. Yes.
Our
I had-
predictions
I-
weren't actually that bad.
Nope.
But I'm sad about the guard. But it's okay. They
It's
still have
okay.
a lot of points. Split 2 is where
Yeah.
it actually matters, isn't it? And it's this is the same thing with franchising. If you get top 6, you're into the playoffs.
Yeah.
There is where it really starts. Same thing here. If you're in the top 8 of the league,
Yep.
you're in the playoffs. The guard, M80,
But can I
G2
just
have
say,
probably
like,
all
the
secured
point
that.
system absolutely fucking sucks.
Man, the
Oh,
entire
yeah.
format is shit. Like this guys played basically like 2 teams, an entire split. It feels like,
Yeah,
right?
they
like,
played 2 teams that they'd already played. In
how
the
could you make
previous 2
random
weeks.
seedings? But like, it just if you have 2 groups and you put that random seedings in the end, anyways, like why you have those groups? I mean, no, whatever. And then you have like the seedings, and wasn't it like that the guard has more points than
Yeah, the guard
G2?
has more points than
Yeah.
G2, even though they had the same record and finished lower in the mid-season invitational.
How?
Because they had M80 in that group, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it
it's-
doesn't really make sense. but
It's just shite.
It's just shite. It's just a team which surprised me, I gotta say, is Oxygen, Bonker buff. They improved
Yep.
so much throughout that split since the acquisition of the new coach, Bonker. They look very good. And like I think the G2 series, wasn't it? I think it was close, wasn't it?
Polaris diff. What can I say?
It was close, yeah.
Yeah, it was very close. Like, so Oxygen could have even made a deeper run. And I saw a tweet from Bonker, and I think it looked like he was very satisfied. Like, even though they lost, he was like, sad loss, but I'm happy with the improvements we've made. We can only get better from here. And they look like a real contender for the next split, which was a surprise for me, just from the start of the split. Yeah.
G2 seemed to have some kind of plot armor in that lower
Yes.
bracket.
Oxy, man.
G2
Oxy's
win
great.
Ascension or something. I don't know.
Shazam
Would be
is
quite the
playing
timeline.
well. Whippy's playing really well. Their whole team is
Oxy,
good. Yeah, Oxy's
goat.
great.
Yeah.
Oxy's really good.
Plays music while playing important matches. Very
Yeah.
pog, very based.
Yeah.
I'm not like super sad about the guard. I mean, they looked fine. They kind of. It would have been nice to see the rematch in
Yeah.
the grand finals, and it was a close series against G2.
That's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, it will be what it will be in split 2. Hopefully, M80 and guard aren't in the same group again. That's all I'm hoping
Yeah.
for.
Maybe put Disguised in it as well. It's so stupid. I gotta say though,
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed by FaZe. I mean, they played against the guard and G2, which made deep runs, but still, like, I don't know, dicey on the Cypher aimed it for me, or like on the Sentinel.
Yeah, I mean they didn't look good towards the end of the season anyway. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting huge things from them, and yeah. So and Moist Moguls, I think, played well against M80 and then kind of flopped, but I think they could
Yeah.
be good next season.
Mm-hmm.
And Disguised, if they happen to sign any up and coming players, or mainstays of the scene, no, they could do well as well. So we'll have to see, who they pick up. But yeah,
I think
I think
generally, like,
that's-
it was very enjoyable to watch. Some of those matches had a higher quality than certain franchised matches, like
Yeah.
K-Corp versus Heretics, for example. But yeah, it's not about those two guys. M80,
love
congrats on
Twitter
the win of the split. M80 played a very good split and very good.
Okay, now we hand the mic over to Bedork.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Challengers
Oh, God.
recap. I love Challengers. We all love
I'm
Challengers.
so sorry, ladies and
And
gents.
the new split has begun for most regions, and there has been some roster changes here and there. We're not going to talk about NA because NA hasn't really had any roster changes announced yet.
But they could. They could have some roster
definitely.
changes.
Come in, shut up. All right.
I'm joining
Bro wants to
Cloud9.
leak everything. Yeah,
What?
exactly. Bangovic is joining.
I
Cloud9.
wouldn't join Cloud9 if I were you, to be honest.
Me neither.
I mean, a good salary for a while should be good. So,
All right,
All
bro.
right.
Speed run this because I'm hungry.
Yes. So Solari, a very big French organization, has joined Valorant. They have been playing around with Valorant for a while now. They had tournaments all the way back in the beta, where also the whole drama with the Fran happened, where he was banned forever by Solari.
I remember that.
that was some of the funniest shit. And they have signed the Heat core. If you don't know, Heat was a Belgium-based organization who first were in Polaris. They did not perform well. Then they moved to French because French was easier. And they also did not perform that well, but that was mostly due to the situation happening with their organization, which put players on a bad feeling and all of that. So that wasn't that good for them. The roster itself, like the core itself, is really good, and adding Juzu and Amiwa is going to bring it up another notch. I'm just kind of scared at the fact that I'm pretty sure Kinguin is going to play Duelist on this team, and not Juzu. And I feel like Juzu would have been the better option for the Duelist player for this team. So that's kind of the thing that I need to look at if that's something that they improve on. Also, Juzu switching over from Irish to French is kind of the funniest stuff ever. But yeah, definitely pretty good pickups. I like it. Welcome Solari, pretty pog. There was an additional French organization, but it's not that big, so we don't really have to talk about it. They just signed the B Genius roster. I believe it's like a Chrome or something. So the French teams are getting signed, except the Benelux team, which tells you a lot about the French esports scene.
Yeah.
Which is not very good for other people. Let's just put it that way.
But also the Benelux team, wasn't that the Belgium squad Sector 1, but they had
Benelux United. Yeah. It's an alright roster. You could build something really good out of it with just two of the players. But unfortunately, there are just no organizations interested in that roster, so really unfortunate. Nate, he joined Job Life, which is a pretty good dub for Job Life, but unfortunate for Benelux. So yeah, pretty good pickups for France. France definitely exciting, but then you remember they have best of ones, and then it's just back to cool. Anyways, next up, we have Who Cars. Yay!
Yeah,
my favorite team.
Wow.
I love Who Cars.
You never said so. I didn't know.
Yeah,
wait,
and
yay?
you guys, wait, yay?
Right.
Command.
Go on.
So Who Cars is back, and we are international now, and we actually did some pretty big pickups.
Hell yeah.
We acquired former Ninjas of Pajamas and XL player Chihuahua, and former Vitality and Ascend player Vac.
Actually big.
Which is
congrats.
I mean, I was kind of shocked that they chose us, so definitely thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Love the confidence there.
So yeah, I mean, the thing was the entire off season was just so fucked because of the Polaris situation. We had a lot of trials cancel.
Yeah.
Because of that email.
Yeah.
So we really didn't think that we were able to get the players we wanted. But then in the end, Vac Chihuahua, they decided to go with us, which we are really happy about. So definitely brings something that we needed a while, which is firepower. So definitely some good pickups, and I think we could get a deep run in Polaris for next year, or not next year, this year for the split, which starts tomorrow for us on Monday, and it's already over when the episode starts. So
how possible is it to get to Ascension? Is it
it's impossible for us. We can't make Ascension. It's impossible for us with the point distribution. We have only 35 points. Meanwhile, Apex has 110 or 115.
Oh, I see.
So if we win, it means that Focus and Apex, they have to get third and fourth, then we can actually qualify. But then again, then we also have to make sure that Buffons don't get second.
All right. Okay.
So it's kind of, let's just put it as simple as possible, impossible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the
And
way,
there he
they're,
is, gone. Bye bye.
Ah, there we go.
Bye,
Bye,
dork.
Bodork. Oh no, my camera
Oh.
decided to commit seppuku.
They just played the Yay advert on stream again, where they call him the best Valorant player in the world. So
Hello.
there you have it.
Disappeared.
What's next? Who's next?
Yeah, who's next?
Next up, we have Coalesce. Polaris has another organization joining.
Oh,
Woo!
that's cool.
Pretty big.
Yay.
Coalesce is a like decently big organization in the UK. Pretty big, like in terms of like CS LAN notoriety. And they acquired the bonk spot for Split 2. They didn't acquire the points. The points went to us instead. And they brought in some very interesting players who have not really had that much experience in like the tier 2 scene.
Mhm.
Alex and Jaff are probably the only two who have actually had experience.
Mhm.
Jaff, I don't know how Jaff does it. I'll be honest, okay? Jaff, he always finds a way to get into Polaris. Like this guy, he doesn't stop. He always like lands on his feet and always gets a spot in Polaris. It's impossible to have a split without this guy, except now. But then he comes back in the second split. It just doesn't make any sense. Just a little bit of a side tangent from me about Jaff. We love Jaff. But yeah, this is
Clearly.
definitely. I'll put it as simple as possible. It's alright. It's decent. It's a good UK roster. It probably won't get that far. It definitely needs to have. It definitely needs to show itself. If it wants to go far.
Mhm.
But pretty cool to have a new organization in. Oh yeah, and we have E-Masters, but we don't talk about E-Masters, all right? We don't talk about them. Not very
Fair.
pog, but yeah.
Okay, you put Fireflux here as the next.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to add like the fact the Firefox look fucking insane. Did
Okay,
you guys
cool.
see like?
So you put
search
Diamond
charts,
here next. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I saw that tournament.
yeah,
Well, I saw the results. I didn't watch it.
they won. It was a little bit shaky, like a 2-1 against Kase, but still pretty good game. They put Woot on Viper, KO, and Breach, and Sociably on Jet and Raze, which is bit of a little too much cooking, but all right. Definitely seems like a team that is a contender for Ascension.
I'm impressed. Wait, Keyless on Jet and Killjoy. That's not what I have expected.
Killis was on Jet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just saw it. What?
What?
On
Yeah, and
the
he was-
split. On
And he was
split.
top as well.
Bro, what is Lucas smoking? Lucas, please.
Didn't they win that map though?
They
Never
won
mind.
it. No, they didn't. Okay, what? Oh my god. Wait.
Oh my god, they didn't win it.
Keyless is IGL. Is he IGLing? He is. He isn't? He's...
No, I
No,
believe it's
no.
Roxy. I believe it's
Okay.
Roxy who's IGLing.
I have not had that on my bucket list. Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah,
Fireflux
I did not expect that at all.
Interesting.
And then Diamond adding Patatek and Profec.
Yeah.
Two very big pickups for them. Like in the past, some issues that they had were like especially from Alien, who did not perform well overall as a player. So this is definitely a dub for this roster. They also added they added Patatek, who took a break to start off the season. But we also trialed him as well, and like we really wanted to take him.
Patatek?
Yeah, Patatek.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, like it didn't make any sense for our rules. So, but definitely keep an eye on this roster. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that like Diamond could kind of maybe snatch Ascend's spot in Ascension. So
That would
definitely
be
a contender
interesting.
there. Especially with these two pickups. Also, Paco, underrated coach, definitely vouch for the future. So,
Nice.
bro, I'm just like I'm too sick right now out of nowhere. I'm just sick now.
We got 2 more teams. We get 2 more teams.
All right. Latirius joined the German league. They took this. They signed the TPD roster, and they stole 2 of our best players in Polaris. They took
Wow.
Cider and they took Kicks, and they lost their first match. Very
Okay, but they played
very
Atex. Atex
comfortable.
is. I mean, I don't know if they made roster changes, but I think.
I
Atex is
mean,
like-
no, they didn't really make any changes. But Ambi is just too insane.
yeah.
I'm actually surprised that like
Oh, they got Bucher
Ultimate
as well?
Attacks did not get that far during split 1.
Yeah, it's surprising if I see the names. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But definitely a good roster. I know Latirius is thinking long term, so like
Okay.
trying to get the players as residents, and
Okay.
then trying to get like win Ascension, that type of way. So definitely 2 good pickups. They should perform well this split.
Yeah.
And yeah, last one is Focus Polaris again. Yay! We love
Yay.
Polaris.
Yay.
So they let go of their head coach Maeve, and they let go of Purple. Purple was a bit of a question mark. I definitely
Yeah.
thought that Purple could have stayed.
Me too.
And instead they picked up Waddle. Waddle's actually a pretty good pickup, I'll be honest. Waddle is
Okay.
one of the better like British players right now in Valorant. He's definitely
Waddle, waddle. Till the very next day. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-dum. Oh, I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. I'm
This
going
guy needs
crazy.
some food.
All right, but yeah, very very good pickups. Polaris is playing tomorrow, Monday, and we have broadcast on Mondays and we have watch parties on Tuesdays. So very very cool. Go support 2 cars. Very
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, that's about it for challengers. I
Cool.
don't remember that many changes happening in APAC. I believe some teams
Yeah.
in the Philippines kind of like lost funding, but got signed again. So otherwise, there
yeah.
isn't really much. Xersha, they made a little bit of a change. They added former head coach of TSM, their female roster.
Mhm.
Wait, let me see. Yeah, they added Redco, which is a pretty good pickup. So yeah. And they won against Bikini Bot and Prada House.
Okay.
Those
Okay,
names.
man.
Those names. Oh my god.
Bro,
Oh.
wait, what is this team, bro?
It's jokes.
Is that that's the old like the old team who had like the restaurant name. Ah.
Oh yeah, I remember. We're going over that one.
Now they're called Bikini Bot Prada House. Okay.
I'm not sure if that's that much of an improvement, but
Yeah.
yeah. Loud just took map
Definitely
1.
funny
Okay.
name. So all right, I think that's about it then.
Yeah, I think everything we wanted to talk about for this week. I think
we got it stretched to 2 hours. That's actually incredible.
yeah, I mean, we said like 1 hour 53 minutes, right? That's happened. Like we're on 1
Yeah.
hour 52 minutes right now. So I mean, that's pretty good.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
1 hour ago, Ethan tweeted, "Game day versus at C9 Val. Today will be dedicated to Mr. Ye." So
if they lose, oh god.
Man, not
Yeah.
again. EG with the Ethan with
Ye
the
just
jinx.
replied, "Oh wow." So
That's it.
Yep.
Oh, I love it.
So
I love it.
yeah.
Oh, I
So we'll
love it.
see how it turns out.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I think other than that, that's everything. So
Yes.
I'm gonna go get some food. Don't know about you guys.
I'm going to
Likewise.
veg.
But yeah, thank you everybody for watching.
Thank
If
you.
you did enjoy, please do subscribe and enjoy
Go
this
watch
week
Polaris.
of Valorant. I'm sure I will. Don't watch Polaris. No, I'm kidding.
This guy's
And
the
yeah.
biggest Polaris hater, I swear to God.
Oh, no.
Yes. And we will see you next week.
Next week. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
See ya.